Hi and welcome to the 5-Minute Business Boost, where you get to choose your 5-minute investment. I'm your host, Sam Hicks, and I'll be discussing topics under the headings of business development, marketing, photography, and much more. Welcome to this week's episode of the 5-Minute Business Boost. Today I'm talking about Omnichannel. I can never say it, so if I make it upside down back to front, excuse me, right up front. Anywho, so if your customers can find you on Instagram, Google and email and in person, but each one feels like a completely different business, you've accidentally built a multi-channel presence, not an omni-channel strategy. And there's no judgment here, okay? Because most small businesses do this without realising. I've done it in the past. It's easy to do. But in today's episode, I'm unpacking what omnichannel really means, why it's becoming an expectation, not a luxury, and how you can build a joined-up customer experience without fancy tech or a huge team. So what in human speak does omnichannel actually mean? So according to Forbes 2024, omnichannel marketing simply means creating one consistent experience across every touch point. So I'm talking about your website, your socials, email list, in-store interactions, events, even your phone inquiries, because that goal is really for that customer to feel like they're interacting with the same business every time, not a scattered collection of brand personalities. So think of it a little bit like this. Somebody discovers you on Instagram, they click on your website, they join your mailing list, and they visit your shop, because at the end of the day, that's really what we want them to do. It's all wrapped up in 4 steps. If it's cohesive and seamless and looks the same and it's all pretty right across all 4 steps, that's omnichannel, and you need to give yourself a big tick, a chocky frog, and a gold star and an elephant stamp. PayPal's Business Resource Centre 2024 notes that customers who move across multiple channels tend to spend more. They return more often and engage more deeply with brands that make that journey easy. Omnichannel versus multi-channel. So let's have the plain English version. Thank you, Sam. Most businesses already operate in that multi-channel sphere, meaning they're on several platforms, but multi-channel usually ends up being fragmented. Different tone on Facebook, different offer on Google, different story on Instagram, and different branding in-store online. Now, as Emma Series 2025 explains, omnichannel flips this around by keeping the customer at the centre. Every channel connects, every message aligns, every interaction looks, feels, reads, sounds familiar. Now, in 2023, Salesforce also found that customers expect businesses to recognise previous interactions even when they switch channels. So if they've already told you something on Instagram, they don't want to have to repeat themselves in email or in person. And the rule isn't be everywhere. The rule is feel the same everywhere. And why omnichannel matters for small businesses. So now this is where people start to get a little bit nervous, okay? People will say to me, Sam, but isn't that for big retailers? No, it's not. Verizon Business 2022 reported that customers increasingly expect businesses of all sizes to let them communicate on their channel of choice, whether it be SMS, email, messenger, phone call, or website. And they want to make sure and they want to feel it that it is seamless. Meanwhile, 180 Digital in 2025 highlighted that small businesses with a consistent connected experience see higher retention. Why? Because customers feel understood and valued. So, in short, omnichannel, trust builds faster, conversion rates improve, repeat business increases, marketing feels easier, and you appeared more polished and professional. Woohoo! That's according to Skybeam earlier this year. And you don't really need enterprise tech to do any of it. So, step 1, you need to choose your core channels. Don't try to do all of them, people. Now, the biggest myth is that omnichannel is just simply a big fancy word for adding more channels. It's not. New Frontier Funding in 2024 stressed that small businesses succeeded when they start with a strong core channel mix and not trying to be everywhere at once. So most logical or regional businesses, the essential stack might look like this: a mobile-friendly website, a Google business profile, one primary social platform, you heard it right, an email list, and if you read my newsletter, you'll understand why, an optional in-person signage, markets, or a shop front, might even be, branding on your car or your vests. Now, as Adobe Business 2025 noted, consistency is far more powerful than volume when it comes to building trust and driving conversions. Now, I, in fact, have been banging on about consistency for 25 plus years because you have to be consistent in everything you do because otherwise people get confused. Step 2. Now, this is where you need to make the experience feel seamless, and this is where the magic happens. You need to start with a consistency across all of this. Logos, colours, fonts, bio or about what your business is, the wording, photography style, tone of voice, opening hours and important details. And then you can start to build bridges between your channels. The website's got a clear link to socials and vice versa. Your Google business profile posts match your social content. There's gold in that line, people, absolute gold. Email sign-up forms all need to feed into that one list, or if you are clever and you have segments or groups, that's okay too. Market store sign-ups receive the same welcome email as online sign-ups. So that means that those touch points, as I mentioned before, all consistent. And your offers are consistent no matter where customers first see them. Now, according to the CAM Marketing Group in 2025, they remind us that small businesses that have inconsistent visuals or messaging can confuse the hell out of their customers and reduce trust. They didn't say hell of, I added that. But even when the underlying business is fantastic, so remember that, people. Consistency, consistency, consistency. Step number 3, you need to join up your data. So this is just a light version. There's no fancy tech needed. You do not need a CRM or a customer relationship manager that looks like mission control. Univo in 2024 explained that even simple data unification improves customer experience dramatically. So a light-handed touch approach might be something like one email platform. Go for it, people, for MailChimp, MailerLite, whatever your email platform is, but just have one. Understanding and reviewing basic website analytics, and have a habit of asking or noting, how did you hear about this? This is one of my pet peeves, the amount of businesses that I say, now when you're dealing with people, do you ask them, hey, how did you hear about us? Or did somebody refer you to us? Part of the conversation, people. You need to have that conversation and then you need to track it. Write it down. Have a short list on the desk or on the phone where you can add another point if you've spoken to somebody and they've picked you up from Google or from Facebook or a referral. And you need a spreadsheet, right, to see patterns. Okay, now if you do invest in a CRM or a customer relationship manager, you can actually start to see patterns, okay? Google Sheets will help you do that really well. Now, Pepper Cloud in 2025 pointed out that even tiny improvements in how data flows between those channels can shrink your workloads and improve customer satisfaction. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Now, step 4, create once, distribute smart. Now, this is the part that's going to save you hours. Constant Contact in 2025 says automation and smart repurposing are essential for small teams delivering omni-channel experiences. So instead of creating separate content for every platform, you could create one hero piece each week, okay? Just like this podcast. You then could slice it into 3 to 5 social posts, a short email, a Google post, a story or a reel, or if you're into the whole blog scene, you could write up a blog snippet for your website. Now, Maro Post 2020 emphasised that customers don't mind repeated themes. They prefer that consistency, and repetition reinforces your message across channels and can increase recall, even referrals. Start small. So I've put together a 30-day omnichannel experiment. You don't need to rebuild your whole digital ecosystem. I get it. It's 5 minutes before Christmas, but you could pick one of the following. You know, in those hours between 2 and 3 a.m. when you're sitting there working out what you need to do, you could align your branding on your socials, website, and Google. Okay, just go through, check that all your logos are the same. Okay, check that your messaging is the same. You could link up all your sign-up forms into one email list. You could start posting weekly on your Google business profile, and you could create one hero piece of content and repurpose it everywhere. The other thing that all businesses need to do, you need to map out your customer journey from how they discover you to purchasing and then a follow-up. Now, as Monday.com 2025 puts it, omnichannel success isn't about doing more. It's about creating workflows that make every customer feel seen and supported. So, in closing up this episode, I hope you've learnt a little something about omnichannel and that you're working out, if you are multi-channel, that you need to move across to omnichannel. Anyway, so it's not about running yourself ragged. It's just about connecting those dots to make sure your customers feel confident choosing you. You need to show up consistently, you need to communicate clearly, and you need to join your channels together. Your business will become easier to run and your customers are going to stick around longer. And at the end of the day, that's what we want. So have a fabulous day, and I'll see you next week. Same team, same channel, same bat channel. Ciao for now. Thanks for listening to the 5-Minute Business Boost. For more information, follow me on socials, sign up for my newsie, or check out my website to see how we can work together to reach your small business goals. Remember, anything is possible, especially in the northeast of Victoria. Until next time, cheerio.